In this video, I'm going to share with you some intentional living tips that I'm learning from the tragedy that's unfolding in California. Hello and welcome. My name is Frank and I create videos documenting my intentional living journey. My thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of this horrific tragedy and anyone affected by it. When I saw the images this morning and some of the photos, I was obviously shocked and in disbelief that this could actually happen. And it got me reflecting and asking questions. Can I basically handle something like this? And it doesn't have to be something this catastrophic. So I began reflecting, asking myself questions, and I decided that I was going to create a video with some lessons or intentional living tips that I think would help me, with the hopes that they help you as well. I probably could have came up with 10 more. However, I just wanted to keep it simple and just chose 3 to 5 lessons or intentional living tips. So let's go ahead and dive into lesson or intentional living tip number 1. The first lesson I'm taking away from the California wildfires is I want to start a gratitude practice. This is something I've heard about for years. Many of the personal development influencers have mentioned it. I've read it over and over again. There must be something to it. So I want to just share a couple of stories with you, a couple of examples that they may sound silly, corny, however, but if you really think about it, they're not. So for example, this morning I got up early, did 30 minutes of exercise on the treadmill. I was able to go upstairs and hydrate, just have a glass of water. After that, I took a shower, nice hot shower on a cold winter day. And that sounds silly, but think about it. Those people affected by that tragedy would love to probably take a shower in their bathroom tonight, right? How many of them got caught on the side of the road and maybe were dehydrated or needed some medication or something that they needed that's normally easy and simple to have, but couldn't access it? So just being more grateful and being more mindful of the things that we do have in our lives and being more grateful. So how to start a gratitude practice. I haven't started it yet. I'm going to share a couple of tips for starting one today. The first thing might just be as simple as just purchasing a journal on Amazon. This is something I'm considering because I can have it with me all the time. If I'm traveling, I can have it in my laptop bag. I can have it in the car if I'm running an errand. And it's a little bit more accessible. The other option is I am a member of the Growth Day app. Now, I keep links to that in the description. I think it's also in the bio or whatever you call that, just below the description of the channel. I'll do more videos on Growth Day, its tools, their courses, and what they offer. So I don't want to go off on a tangent. They are in the process of updating the dashboard. So I don't want to create too many videos that are in the old dashboard because they may not apply when they're updating it. They said within the next 30 to 60 days, they are going to be updating the app. So hold off on that. But the one thing I will say is that they do have a journaling feature, something I'm not really too familiar with. I journaled a little bit and have had some success with it. They also, if you don't know how to journal, provide prompts. So those are the two options. Purchase an inexpensive gratitude journal on Amazon, or consider looking into Growth Day. It's one of the many tools that they have built in within the app. The next intentional living tip I had for myself was strengthen my resilience. How mentally tough would I be to handle something like this? I want to quickly define what resilience means before we go any further. Resilience is the ability to adapt and recover in the face of adversity, challenges, or stress. It involves bouncing back from setbacks, maintaining mental and emotional strength during difficult times, and continuing to move forward with a sense of purpose and determination. Resilience is not an innate trait, but a skill that can be cultivated through intentional practices, such as fostering a positive outlook, practicing self-care, setting realistic goals, and building strong relationships. How I plan to strengthen my resilience is basically continue working on my personal development, whether it be read a book, an article, listen to a podcast, watch a YouTube video. And once again, the Growth Day app offers several courses that are designed to help you build your resilience. So I'll just rely on that and work that into my plans, my personal development plans going forward. The last intentional living tip I took away from this tragedy that I saw unfolding on the TV this morning was, how financially sound am I? Can I recover from this, basically, if I had to? So one thing I'm going to start doing is just making sure we have the right insurance in place, make sure we have our documents in safe and protected place, and maybe even an alternate place. God forbid the house was destroyed. Would we be able to access certain documents that we needed? So I also want to look into maybe having some petty cash in certain places just in case I needed it, as well as an emergency fund. Things that I have some of the stuff in place already, but not to the extent I probably should. So this is the last intentional living tip I had, was, can I recover from this financially? Of course, we already talked about training ourselves to recover from this emotionally, right? Now it's, can I recover from this financially? These are the things I basically reflected on and was asking myself this morning, with the hopes that maybe you'll get some value from this. Of course, anything that I learn on these intentional living tips, I will share with you, among other things. That's what the channel is about. It's documenting my journey. I don't have all the answers. I'm just going to create videos as I learn, as things come to my mind. So I hope you got some value from that, and I will see you in the next video.